Good morning, everyone. This is the kickoff for the 7-day reset challenge. I'm looking at two screens here, so it's irritating. So good morning and welcome for those that haven't been here before. My name is Michelle Ryan, and I very much welcome you to both the Women's Health Capsule, but also to the 7-day reset challenge. We're kicking off this morning, and it's great to be here because there's so much that we can do this week really to get us back on track and really to reset the body, reset the mind, and reset our overall kind of look and feel about where we are right now in our health. And one of the reasons why we set the challenge up was just during the middle of the summer. We have a really busy rush in June, and we have other things that that happen maybe in May, communions, confirmations, and so forth. So it's a really busy time, and not everybody really gets that time to take, even a week off to really think about their health and think about how they could take that space really to think about themselves. So today we're going to do that. We're going to really kick off with a couple of slides I thought I'd share with you. But first, before we do that, I've sent you, for those that are taking part in the challenge this week, a lot of people work in the Women's Health Capsule, so they're never kind of readily available. We do it through the posts, okay, but on the Zoom calls, we don't always have everybody attending because they are working. So you can listen back in the recording. I won't be long. I'll try and get through as much as I can, because sometimes you only have that 15 minutes really to get through your material and have other things going on in the background. So let's try and be quick here this morning. So the first thing I wanted to say to you is that I've sent you the shopping list, okay? So that will be via Google Docs, and I've sent you the recipes. That will be via Google Docs. I've also sent you the meal plan, okay? So that will be via Google Docs as well. So for this week, we're going to really focus in on 3 main meals in the day and 2 snacks if you have to. And if you can leave them out, absolutely brilliant. It will really stand to you. But for the first few days, stick with the snacks in between, and really to keep you fuller for longer, and to start resetting some of those habits that we have that we want to change. So the first day is today, and we're looking at really a pick and mix breakfast bowl, okay? Very simple, and it's in the recipe pack, so it's really very simple. Then we have lunch, lemony tuna, asparagus salad box. So getting your salads this week will be great. Get to the supermarket if you can, and really start building up on your greens and your salady box stuff for the week, because this is really where we really start changing the habits and start bringing in more greens, start bringing in more antioxidant foods, which again are your rainbow of colors of foods. And this is where we really want to see that change coming in. So when you go to the supermarket, sticking to the aisle really with the fruit and veg, and really sticking to the outside aisles, as I always say. Try and avoid the middle aisles if you can in the supermarket, and stick to the outside aisles. So within this 7 days, we're going to really look at, looking at foods that really don't, that are lighter and that are brighter in color, and that will give us that vitality and also keep us fuller for longer. So again, looking at easy snacks. So having, if you like nuts, have your nuts ready. If you like some peanut butter, absolutely, that's a real good winner as well. And you can do smoothies if you absolutely wish. I find them absolutely great. I started off this morning with a really big smoothie and put some nut butter into it. And I do half and half. I do half water, half milk, half veg, half fruit. And really, it really kind of stands to you throughout the day. Having it at 11 o'clock in the morning, and having it again if you're looking for that pick-me-up in the afternoon around 4, it's absolutely brilliant. So again, we're looking at things like our lemon in water, and this is absolutely key, okay? So we'll go through them as the week goes on, but today, to kick off, we really wanted to say hello to everybody, and really welcome you into the Women's Health Capsule. There's loads of other information there that you can tap into while you're in there, but mainly for you, the focus is the 7 days, getting you on track, and really understanding where you are right now, but also where you want to be at the end of the 7 days. And that is really, we call it, I've just got my list here in front of me to check off, is really putting the stake in the ground. And, you know, that's really thinking about what will you like to do for this week? Is it around healthy habits? Is it letting go of foods that don't serve you, like the sugary foods in the house? Is it letting go of coffee? Is it letting go of alcohol? What is it for you this week that's going to really kickstart your health and get that immune system back on track? There's a lot of people, you know, thinking about their health at the moment because of COVID. So really, this is a great way to get those nutrients into you. So we have, we have someone joining us this morning. Good morning, Septa. How are you? You're on mute. Can you hear me?
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
I can indeed. Yes, I
Very
sure
good.
can.
Very good. Very good. Yeah, so we're starting the challenge this morning, Septa. So it was basically just the kickoff the session this morning. I have a few joining, but they're working. We're just recording the session, and they can listen back later. I can send them the recording, and they can listen back later. So so Septa, you're good for the challenge. You're going to take part with us.
Yes, I'll try.
Good woman.
You'll have the cough, but anyway, yeah.
Yeah. So basically, I've sent those that wanted to join the challenge that selected joining a recipe list, which again, just basically kind of show people that it's just a recipe. The plate proportions is something that I wanted to just highlight, and we'll be going through a quick presentation there now in a moment to actually do that, because I think that's absolutely key. We have the meal planner for this week, which is the 7 days that we're going to be looking at. But first and foremost, the first thing that we wanted to really touch base on is really to welcome everybody here today, and to welcome those that, you know, can't attend the actual Zoom but will be listening back later. So and this will be all around kind of healthy habits, really boosting your system, and at the end of the week, knowing what you want to achieve. So if it's for better health, if it's for, you know, to lose a few pounds, if again it's to let go of foods that don't serve us, what is it for you? And really putting that stake in the ground and understanding, you know, what steps do you need to put in place in order to reach that. So we're just going to maybe some of those steps at the moment, and just going to okay, so close that there, and we're just going to just do a quick presentation because I thought it'd be quite nice to really get people into the zone, shall I say. Okay, so basically it's really about nutrition and getting that reset challenge first thing. So how do we do that? Okay, so good nutrition, as I said, for those that don't know me, my name is Michelle Ryan. I'm a health coach, and I'm also a registered nutritionist, and with the CNM and the CIPD qualified as well as a coach here in the Irish market. The objective really of today and for the 7-day program is really to invest in your health and your well-being, and we'll be looking at that. But this time really is for you to really focus in on your own health currently, and the way you think, the way you behave, the way you eat can influence your life and extend it by 30 to 50 years. And Deepak Chopra really instills this in his mindset. It instills it in his ways, his habits, and the way we behave, the way we eat really influences our life and how we do in our day-to-day. So putting the stake into the ground right from the outset is absolutely key. So when we bite into a healthy life, you know, we need to think about, you know, what is nutrition, balancing the food curve. Again, when we balance the food curve, I always go back to that blood sugar balance and really keeping it really even so that the blood sugar really supports our hormones all over our body. So our hormones can be anything from our natural hormonal health, but it can also be our thyroid hormone, it can be our brain hormones, it can be our cholesterol hormone, it can be, so these are hormones that regulate our everyday function. So our sugar balance is really key to support that and get that right. We're also going to be looking at why is water so important, why is sleep so important, and improving immunity and reducing the stress in the body. And then you have your tools in your packs to take away, you have your recipes in your packs, you have your all over tools that you need really to achieve that. So now let us look at kind of what is nutrition. And nutrition is really the intake of nutrients, absolutely. So the body can function as well as it can. And this is really key for optimum nutrition. We as humans, I suppose, as the years have taken over with regards to marketing and taken over different food industries, we find ourselves not knowing what to choose sometimes, and the choice can be absolutely huge. So we're in confusion a lot of the time. So really, when we talk about nutrition, we talk about the absence of disease and the abundance of vitality, and it's measured in 3 ways. And I love to do measure because I love to identify where you are right now and where you want to be at the end of the week. So we look at an overall kind of measurement of our scores, and that can be, there's a health measurement in the pack, and that's basically around our health score. And our health score is basically this tool, and it's a sheet that has our health score on it. So there's various different questions. It will ask you, rate yourself and give yourself a number at the end of it on both your energy and your overall health. And then you will identify where you are right now. So I want you to take that honestly for yourself, so that you know where you are right now, and that you'll be able to take it again at the end of the 7 days, and you can see how it can impact your overall health. And this is really for you to measure your own performance over the week. Okay, so, and that's one of the measurements that we identify when we talk about the abundance or the absence of disease in the body. So performance, how is your body performing physically and mentally? The next one is the absence of ill health, as lack of disease, signs and symptoms like tiredness, stress, weight gain, blood pressure, and increased cholesterol. I mentioned the hormones there briefly at the start with regards to blood sugar and balancing those hormones. So again, the absence of ill health really comes from the absence of disease. And we can have a number of different things going on in our body, but when we balance the blood sugar, when we take out certain foods that don't serve us, it really allows that longevity and that healthy lifespan and feeling good, that vitality, where we have mindset, we have mental feeling, we have really that good feeling of wellness and well-being. So not taking in good nutrition, what and where can we be next? Okay, so when we have, as I said, the symptoms of pain, we have the symptoms of disease, this can be lack of different vital nutrients in the body. And I always talk in this particular Facebook group, the women said, about the vital nutrients that we need every single day to have our nutrition at optimum. But we may not even know about our lack of deficiency in vitamin D. Now, we've had a fantastic weekend, and we really should have been out kind of getting a walk in or getting some vitamin D, and so we are aware that absorption really helps with bone density, but it also helps with our immunity, and the same with our overall hormones. So again, going back to that causing of muscle pain, that causing of fatigue, that weight gain, it's when our blood sugars go out of balance. And I just wanted to highlight how that can happen so easily. So where the green line is where our blood sugars should be, and our blood sugar should really be under that green line. So what happens is that excess of anti-nutrients come into the body, that's processed foods and sugary foods come in. And this has happened over the last number of years. But now what's happened is there's so many man-made chemicals coming into our system as well. So we can take them, and unfortunately the body can get deregulated from these particular, shall we say, prescriptions, antibiotics, painkillers, and it can just throw the body out of kilter. So how do we get that back? And this is really going back to the blood sugar again. So once we have that blood sugar balanced, it will really help us to support the overall, shall we say, nutritional flow within the body, and we're achieving that vitality and that mental clarity as well. And it goes back to really, do we eat 3 to 4 balanced meals in a day in proportion? So what is a balanced plate? I talk about, a balanced plate, and I've handed it out there in the leaflet. A balanced plate is where we support energy and good health using the right nutrients on the plate that's sufficient. So an imbalanced plate is where, as I showed you before, where it's deregulated and the body is out of kilter. And when the body is out of kilter, it really craves sugar. It can crave other foods that don't serve us, but it can also provide us with, no energy, provide us with that low, shall we say, low feelings of not feeling well. So then we reach for foods and comfort foods, and it allows us then to feel unwell. Whereas when we kind of flip it and really support it by providing a balanced plate, again, we're looking at the plate proportions and our dietary needs. We're looking at the protein there, really getting that onto the plate. We're looking at our good healthy fats. We're looking at our fruit, and again, looking at the amount of fruit. We don't fruit bomb. I always talk about fruit bombing. 2 fruits is absolutely plenty when it comes to fruit, but the more ones that we really need to take in is our vegetables, and getting nearly 30% of the plate, or should I say 50%, if you're looking at a plate, nearly 50% of the plate, that's half your plate, should be in vegetables. Your non-starchies, like as you can see there, your onions, definitely your greens, your broccoli, your cauliflowers, your spinaches, your kales, absolutely fantastic to get them in there. And they can come in any shape or form, whether they put them into a smoothie or, or during your snacks, or whether you put them onto your plate, breakfast, lunch, and evening meal. It will really support you. Again, our good carbohydrates, we're looking at our rye breads, we're looking at brown pastas, our fiber, and our fiber really supports that slow digestion. It slows down the digestion really, so we're not hungry, but it also provides our prebiotic nutrients to feed the gut, that good healthy nutrients. So we really need our good carbohydrates going in there. And if you crave during the day, write down what times you crave, when you crave, or if you're really hangry or hungry, write down those times as well. It will give you a good indication of, what nutrients you're lacking. Okay, so definitely looking at your food diary and identifying over the course of the 7 days, what are you eating for breakfast, what are you eating for your lunch, what are you eating for your evening meal. And it will give you a good tracking information, data, and it will tell you the truth. Okay, so if you're honest with what foods you put in, it will be honest with you back. But then what you can do is you can identify gaps, you can identify where you need to fill in the pieces of information that are correct, and how you're going to overcome it or put steps in place to achieve those results. So then we talk about the actual sizes that are on the plate. So our protein really is the palm of our hand. You can see there in the diagram. Our vegetables are 2 palms of the hand. Okay, so just really, I always say 50% of your plate really needs to be vegetables. Your fat can be anything from your olive oil, your coconut oils, a little bit of butter. It can be anything to do with that good healthy fat. Your nuts and seeds go in there as well. And then we have our starchy carbs. So definitely that small fistful of starchy carbs, like your breads, your pastas, all brown, fiber orientated where you can, because it does allow for that gut to be nourished, but also to slow down on those nutrients. And again, we look at to reset immunity. You know, vegetarian protein can be an absolute great way where we're, you know, leaving the body get a break from meat, and we're allowing the liver really to work more efficiently. We're allowing the liver to really boost our system with the nutrients. So again, good healthy fats. We can add in, as I said, that coconut oil. Fish this week, I would love you to take on board, and there's a number of recipes in the pack with fish. The salmon is always really good. Mackerel is always really good. Any of those, shall we say, fishes that have that natural omega-3 in them is absolutely fantastic. And the same with something like your avocado. But again, don't have, you know, a whole portion of avocado in one go. Just have maybe a quarter of that this week anyway, and you can add it into a salad, quarter per sitting now. So you could have half or a quarter for your lunch or your breakfast, and then again for your evening meal. And again, you could have a wonderful salad made up, and you could have your chicken or fish added into that as well. So then when we talk about our starchy carbs, we are looking at the browns, we're looking at those fibrous foods, but also the potatoes. I'd leave them alone now this week to give you that real good boost. But if you really want to just kind of bring it down slowly, maybe have one or two of those small potatoes. Again, non-starchy, we're looking at our buffalo squash is fantastic. Courgettes, spiralized, and then those green salads with all those vibrant colors going through are absolutely great. Are you getting the right portions at each meal? Your diary will tell you that. Water is essential because it takes over the brain, the blood, the heart, the bones, the muscles, the liver, and the kidneys. That's practically every organ in the body. So when we talk about our organs, they have a job to do every day. So we really need to replenish the water and fluids in our body, because fluid is what carries the nutrients around the body. So if you're looking for more energy, if you're looking for clarity, if you're looking for vitality, water will be key to drinking 2 liters a day maximum. Okay, so really getting that water in over the course of the day. Sleep, we're going to look for really getting from tonight, which is the first day of the challenge, getting to bed early. And you know, where we can, let's try and get to bed every night early this week and get that 8 hours of sleep. We need it. We absolutely need it. And when we're trying to heal, or when we're trying to change habits, we really need our sleep. And 7 to 8 hours, definitely 7 minimum. And where you can get the 8 in, the more sleep you have, the better your body will heal and replenish, restore, and be nourished. And this is what we're trying to achieve this week. So how do I get a good night's sleep? It can be hard for a lot of people. So tips for a good night's sleep: try to go to bed early or the same time every day. Keep the bedroom completely dark, no phones or lights. Spend time outdoors to soak up the sun, and really trying to get to bed, maybe I always think maybe a half an hour before kind of planning to go to sleep, where we relax, we wind down, and we maybe read, or we might meditate for 10-15 minutes, but keep your feet and your hands warm. Now it's roasting at the moment, so you should have no problem. It's just trying to keep cool, I'd imagine. So maybe having a window open and wearing light clothes in bed is always a great way as well. So and again, if you're getting a good night's sleep, a magnesium can be a great way. Taking a magnesium before bed can be great, and take a good quality magnesium. It's always key really to ensure that a quality product will get you the quality. So again, benefits of eating a balanced plate and a diet: it supports your stable energy during the day. It ensures our meals are nutrient rich, including all the colors of the rainbow. High fiber meals keeps you fuller for longer, helps support stable weight and weight loss, calms the nervous system and reduces anxiety, but it reduces overall stress, but it increases our immunity. So really getting that balanced plate working efficiently. Ensure you eat a balanced plate during the day, those 3 meals a day. And again, you know, low carbohydrates is what we're looking for this week, balancing the blood sugar, good quality proteins, good fats, avocado, nuts, high nutrient density, and again, easy to prepare, 15-20 minutes before. And definitely where you can go gluten-free, you'll get a more efficient absorption of nutrients and of foods as well. So thank you, everyone. And again, keep moving strength to strength every day this week, because it will really make a difference for your overall kickoff and getting the nutrients right. So it really will support you to boost your system and get you moving, get you absolutely moving in your day. So again, we're looking at how we can support the overall system, and that is probably one of the ways that we do that. Balance our plate, get our portions right, and understand that. Now, if anyone's any questions, Septa, do you have a question?
No, sorry, that was supposed to be I was raising the hand to say agree rather than.
Oh, right, okay. No, that's fine, actually. Yeah. So
just must get back into a bit of exercise now, going line dancing now shortly. Hopefully it's going ahead.
Great.
Because I've had touch of COVID, so with that I haven't had a proper exercise routine, but went out last night down to the beach. It was beautiful and did a short walk. So yeah, no, excellent. So I must take out the questionnaire now after a while and get ready for the week. Yeah.
Yes, get the questionnaire out. It will really focus you. When we write it, we think it, we feel it, we do it. So really getting that questionnaire out and really understanding where you are right now, that will be absolutely key to your health score, understanding what's going on for you right now. How would I rate my energy? How would I rate where I am right now? And also really looking at what would you like to achieve. Keep it really simple. Pick two things every day that you'd like to achieve every day, whether it's walk, meal planning, and in the evening, write down 3 things that went well for you today. And I really would focus in on just doing it simple, keeping your food simple, keeping your 2 things every day that you'd like to achieve simple. And then before you kind of close your eyes, what went well for me today? Really looking back, what went well for me today? And this really provides us with the energy, but it also provides us with the get up and go to really continue for tomorrow, because this is always going to be the hardest. How do I motivate myself for tomorrow? So if we have something that's gone well for us in a day, over the course of the day, well, then we'll do it and we'll repeat it again tomorrow. And this is what we want. We want rinse and repeat again for tomorrow, really to kind of get that working. And then we want to look back, okay, on our holidays, and we want to say, well, you know, how did I want to feel? How do I want to feel over the course of the week? You know, how did I really want to get those feelings? So this is how we do it. This is how we put it into play. I've put in a simple kind of checklist, really to understand that. Start with protein. When planning your meals for the day, start with your protein. Add plenty of greens, then build your meal around that with whole food carbohydrates or good healthy fats. Getting in your quality, essential for supporting your muscle and recovery of your immune system. Add in your fiber-rich carbs, which are your non-starches. Really getting those in will really help to burn those few pounds, but also increase our energy and vitality. And that's really getting those nutrients to work at best around. Include your healthy fats. That's always a good way. Gives you long-lasting energy, stabilizes your blood sugar, which is key for the week. Really stabilizing that blood sugar and getting it even keel. Feeling you full for longer, reducing your inflammation, and really getting those hormones back on track. We really need to regulate our hormone health, and it isn't just about our women hormones. Everybody has hormones, and we have hormones all over our body. And the more we regulate our blood sugar, the more those hormones will come back into play. And our thyroid is where our energy is functioned. And if we don't really support our thyroid, our T3 and our T4, our energy can go out of kilter. So supporting our overall hormonal health will really get that back in track. So it reduces inflammation and ensures your metabolism is working in order. So definitely focusing in on that. Focus your greens, on your veggies is a key, your vital micronutrients, and ensure then that your digestion health, which is the fiber, eating more fiber. So whether that's through fiber rye bread or more brown Really the portion size is very small. We're just looking at that kind of portion handful, okay? So I leave it there because that's 30 minutes and it'll be just enough to look back on and really identify what I need to be doing in order to achieve my my goals for the week. So let's look at the vision at the end of the 7 days. What would you like to achieve? Identify that. Then each day we'll have a goal and pick 2 things you'd like to achieve. Maybe getting your meal plan sorted with regards to your shopping and your foods that you'd like to bring in every day this week. Try and look at the meal plan I've provided and work towards that. That's keeping it really simple. That's 2 things. You could pick some other 2 things like getting exercise and drinking more water. So really, what 2 things are you going to do that's really going to focus your goal in over the course of the day? And then at the end of the day, write down what went well for you. 3 things that went well. And tomorrow then we'll focus in on something else. But today I want you to get on track, get focused, and really identify where you want to be at the end of the week. All right, so we've got 7 days. Let's go and do it. Looking forward to it. Have a great week, everyone. Any questions?